Guys, it's Brian again from LakeHickoryScuba and Marina. Got a quick little scuba tip of the week for you here. Got a brand new mask that just came in. It's going to end up being a spare mask for me, but I wanted to show you how I pre-treat my mask anytime I get a brand new one. Now, we all know each time you go diving, you're going to wash out your mask, rinse it out, use some type of defog or baby shampoo or something like that to keep it from fogging up on you. But anytime you get a brand new mask, you're going to need to pre-treat that lens or it's always going to fog up on you. And one way that I do that, of course, is, and there's actually several ways. You can use like a white gritty toothpaste. You can use maybe a dish detergent like Dawn or something like that. Or Scrub and Bubble Soft Scrub works really well. But I use what's called the lighter trick, and I've done this for years, and we're going to talk about some pros and cons. Pro, first of all, it works awesome. It really burns off the grease that the manufacturer puts on the lens to prevent it from scratching. Some of the cons, though, is you got to be very careful. First of all, if you don't have a tempered lens, like this one's got a little T on it that says tempered, or it'll have the word tempered on it. If you don't have a tempered lens, you're not going to be able to do this. Number two is you want to be very careful not to get the flame anywhere near the skirt, whether it's on the inside or the outside, because it will melt that skirt, and you could potentially ruin your mask that way. But all I'm going to do is simply light the lighter. I'm going to stick it on the inside and let that flame directly hit the lens of the mask itself. And you're going to start to see that it's going to burn off any of the residue or that silicone or that grease that the manufacturer put on. So basically, I'm just going to light the lighter. I'm going to hold it up against the lens, let it get warm, and I'll show you what this looks like in just a second here. I'm going to do both sides, being very careful not to get anywhere near that skirt, because it doesn't take much at all and you will burn your skirt. Once again, it's very important that you only do this with a tempered lens mask. Get as much as I can without getting near the skirt. And just to kind of show you what that looks like, you can kind of see the black that's burned into the lens there. If I take my finger and rub it on it, you'll see I've got some silt and residue there. Now what I'm going to do is turn on some hot water. I am going to come back to the dish detergent. It tends to work extremely well for this. And I'm just going to put a couple little small drops on the inside of the mask. You can do this to the inside or the outside of your mask. It's not that big a deal. However, the inside is what we're after. The inside is what is going to collect the oil and grease from our skin when we're wearing it. The outside will always be in contact with water, so it's not, most likely it'll probably never fog. But I'm just going to scrub it around. As you can tell, I got quite a bit of residue and grease and stuff burned off of there from the manufacturer. And I'm just going to scrub it around. This is where you could use your white toothpaste or baby shampoo, or I prefer Dawn dish detergent. It is a degreaser, so it works good. Scrub and Bubbles makes a soft scrub that works really good. I've known people to use like Gojo, that mechanics use to clean off grease from their hands. But now I'm just going to rinse it out really well. And I may actually do this 2 or 3 times just to make sure that I get all that black silicone rinsed out of there. And then as you can tell, guys, I've cleaned the mask. I've pre-treated this mask. Now, every time that I go diving, and even in between dives, I'm still going to use some defog of some type, baby shampoo. I may even spit in it, who knows. But you want to pre-treat a new mask every time you get one. Guys, that's this week's Scuba Tip of the Week. Make sure to come back each week for a new one. I really appreciate you watching our videos, guys. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. You like us on Facebook and Instagram. Pin us on Pinterest. Subscribe to us here on YouTube. And as always, guys, we appreciate your business.